How's practice today?
Good. It's been awesome. Another good day prepping for A&M. Energy was high. Execution was really good. So looking forward
What's
to
the vibe like with the guys overall this week?
Yeah, I think we're really looking forward to hitting somebody else other than ourselves. So like I said, we're all competitors and ready to compete against somebody other than UTSA. So we're really looking forward to that.
When you look at A&M on film, what are the biggest things that stand out?
Yeah, well, they lost 3 day one draft picks, I believe, in this past draft, and they still return a lot of guys. They have a really good corner, really good edge rusher, so we'll have our hands full for sure. They got a really good unit.
What is it like opening with that big of a test in your first game out of the gate? What's that dynamic like?
Yeah, I just think first game in general, you want to start, executing early and find your rhythm throughout the game. Obviously, against a better opponent, so that means, even more discipline, even more having a higher level of execution on those early downs and stuff like that.
How have you guys tried to prepare for the environment and the crowd noise you'll see there?
Yeah, I think, today we had a pretty big speaker that just kind of followed me everywhere. We've been in the huddle, out the huddle. It's been up by the line of scrimmage, you name it. So we're trying to implement the loud crowd noise. I know it'll be electric there come Saturday, so we're really looking forward to it.
You guys have talked, really since the end of last season about wanting to come out of the gates sharper and be strong at the beginning of the year. How ready do you feel to sort of achieve that goal?
Yeah, super ready. I think super confident in the guys we have here, super confident in the coaching staff, and I think it comes down to 2 things. It'll be discipline and execution. Discipline with penalties, not getting behind the sticks early downs, on early downs, and then execution-wise, just executing our 1 to 11. And I feel like if we do those things, we'll really get to flowing.
Is there anything different about kind of the way you're preparing or your level of preparation now compared to first game week last year that you can see is different?
Not that I can remember. Nothing too different. I think, like I said, it's all about, last year we didn't execute and we had a lot of penalties. I mean, those 2 things will add up. It'll never be good outcomes if you have those 2 things. So I think, like I said, it's just worrying about my job. Every guy on the offense worrying about their job, and then when it comes to game time, is limiting those penalties.
At what point do you step in when those penalties are happening, when guys are doing things that are uncharacteristic? At what point do you step in and take charge?
Yeah, I think every team wants to play a perfect game, and I think there's going to be penalties in the game. It's part of the game. So I think if those continue to happen, so on and so forth, I think that's when I'll step in and be like, come on, lock back in. We gotta stop doing this, whatever it might be. So I just think like I said, this part of the game they're happening, and what we say is, as long as you're doing it full speed, we can respect that. So I'll step in if anything negative or if it continues to happen back to back.
It's never a drive or a quarter, but really how critical is that opening offensive drive to really kind of show them that we're here and we're going to be here today?
Yeah, I think especially in that setting, you just have to look at it like any other game. Obviously, it'll be a big crowd, but we're all competitors. We grew up wanting to play in a crowd like that. So I think, like you said, in the first drive, you want to come out, not get behind the sticks in early downs. I think keep moving the ball forward. A gain of 0 is okay as long as it's not negative. So we really want to keep it positive. Like I said, if I have a throwaway, that's okay. So as long as the ball moving forward, that's our goal.
Owen, we saw our first look at the depth chart yesterday. It's not new to you, but there's a few new guys on the offensive linemen. Just how have those guys looked during the fall camp, and what do you expect to see out of them this weekend?
Yeah, they're all a bunch of competitors, a bunch of big dudes who are ready to work. I think you guys like Trevor Timmons, and then you got big Darrell Jones. So a lot of those guys up front are hungry and ready to work and always have my back.
As the group as a whole, are they deeper this year than at this time last year?
Yeah, for sure. I think how I know that is there's no drop off between groups 1 and 2. I think the second group goes in there and it's the same level of execution. So the group is definitely deeper there and definitely ready to work.
Owen, what's your connection to Texas A&M been like in your life growing up or spending some time in East Texas, your uncle playing there?
Yeah, like you said, my uncle played there. As a kid, me, my brother, and much of my cousins would always go to the Texas A&M basketball camp there. So I have a picture of me, my brother, Robert Williams, Alex Fruso, those basketball players. So grew up going to a bunch of those basketball games or basketball camps as a kid. So yeah.
Did you guys have a lot of A&M supporters in the family and the house because of that connection?
Yeah, definitely on my Uncle Randy's side. Like you said, Randy played there, so they were all big Aggies. Outside of that, everybody went to their own respective schools. So yeah.
Do you cut off the Aggie family members this week?
Yeah, I think a couple of them will be there, but we'll hope they're wearing UTSA colors.
Did they recruit you?
No, they did not.
No.
Did you grow up as a fan, or how did that part play out for you?
Yeah, particularly never really a fan. I always just loved watching those guys play. Johnny Manziel, who got to play with my dad at the Browns a little bit, so got to know him a little bit. It was super cool. Always enjoyed the setting there. The campus is beautiful, so yeah.
How many games have you been to there?
No, I have not been to any at all.
Oh, okay.
So your first game there will be as a starting quarterback of the opposing team.
Yes, sir.
So,
Oh, and I know you guys don't pay attention to this much, but you guys are pretty big underdogs. I think 3 scores. What's your reaction to hearing something like that?
Yeah, we're not really focused about the outside noise. You know, we know what we have in this building. We have a bunch of competitors, and we're going to come in day out and compete no matter who we're playing against. So that's really our mindset.
You gonna have a lot of friends and family in the building?
Yeah, a couple external family that'll be there. Nobody from my individual family. They're all busy on their own football. My brother's football games, my dad, whatever it is. So, yeah, I'll have a little bit of family there.
I don't appreciate you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.